BC Spirits. I decided to do a live stream today for the BC Spirits Spirit Day number 100. Of course, this will be posted and saved and put on whatnots and things and IGTV and whatnot. So, Trey Howden, how are you? Thank you very much for joining me. I decided to do a live stream today because it's at number 100. Number 100. 100 is always a nice century number. For my Spirit Day. 100 episodes, which means I've done an episode every single day for over 3 months, which is a little intense when you got locked down and work and whatnot. So I am a little bit late, which is another reason why I'm doing a live stream instead of a video, because I had a big meeting today, which is very good. So what am I doing for number 100? What's everybody thinking out there? What am I going to do for number 100? Well, I had to go get a bottle of one of my favorite BC Spirits, absolutely ever. It's kind of funny, and I'm going to tell you some good stories about this one. So it's the Lady of the Cask from Maple Leaf Spirits. Now, I know I did Maple Leaf Spirits like 2 or 3 days ago, but I went out and got the last bottle from Vintage in Victoria here. They've got it. They've got some more coming. They've sold a ton of it. So, what is so special about the Lady of the Cask brandy? It's one of the only brandies, like great brandies available in BC that is as old as it is. If you listen to the podcast today, with Tyler Schramm, he's got a 10-year-old great brandy coming out later this year, which I'm looking forward to. So, a couple of things. This Lady of the Cask VSOP brandy, I've tasted this a couple of times now, and it is a kind of a funny story because, what is it, 6 years? So it's a 6-year-old brandy, but the funny thing is that when this was made, so when the Lady of the Cask was made, Pinot Noir grapes in a Pinot Noir barrel. Jorg from Maple Leaf was making it, and he was making it down in Penticton, I think, in a little, it's like semi-industrial estate, where the laws said that you had to be in an industrial state to produce craft spirits in BC at a time. And so he made this great brandy, threw it into these barrels, and after 6 months, he pulled some, and it was bright pink because of the Pinot Noir barrels. And then it was he was like, oh shit, well that's rubbish, I'm just going to leave that. The rules changed, and he could move his distillery back up to his homestead up on the Narromata Bench, which is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous homestead up on the Narromata Bench. And he forgot about these barrels in this semi-industrial state, like this little warehouse, shipping container thing, in Penticton for about 5 years. Now, if you've ever been to the Okanagan in the middle of summer, it's very warm, especially down in Penticton when you start getting south of Kelowna there, when it starts getting to a Soyuz thing. And what happened is the barrels were left in this super hot room for 5 summers and then 5 winters, which means it got very, very cold. And this fluctuating heat and chill gave this a very interesting flavor profile. So we're tasting the Lady of the Cask. Everybody join us. Bobby Kennedy, how are you? So Bobby Kennedy, Benny Williams, Turtle Salads here, Gin Vancouver. So 5 years, and then he had to go down and get some stuff out from the old shed, and he remembered about these barrels, and he pulled some, and he's like, holy shit. I don't think Jorg swears, but he was like, holy shit, this is fantastic. And so Lady of the Cask was born. So, Lady of the Cask from Maple Leaf Spirits was born. And it is super hard to get. Well, it's not hard to get. You can buy it from the distillery, but it is super rare still. It's running out very, very quickly. It's 42%. I tasted this many, many years ago at I think it was my very first Fraser Valley Distillers Festival, 2 or 3 years ago now. And I fell in love with it straight away because I love my cognacs, I love my brandies. And I think this is one of the best brandies in North America, to be really bluntly honest with you. And I fell in love with it. And so I fell in love with it, and then all of a sudden, everybody else fell in love with it. And that means that my little secret that I like to keep to myself, and so I can keep having good stock for the next 5-10 years, is now depleting quite rapidly to a point where Vintage is selling a case and a half a month, which is great. I love the fact that Maple Leaf is starting to get some notoriety, and people really want this brandy and great, but you're going to drink out all my shit, and then I can't get it anymore. I do believe that Jorg has 1 bottle left, 1 cask left of this. Oh. On the nose, sweet fruit, I don't want to say grapey, but sweet grape, sweet fruit. Reminds me very much of Borderies in cognac. I've tasted a lot of single crews from cognac. Well, yeah, see, so West, get it off the menu. I don't want it in a cocktail at Olo. I want to keep it for generations to come. I don't want you to drink it all. But a sweet, like, very condensed raisin sort of tone. Really complex wood, but not overly powerful. I think it's Pinot Noir casks that were French oak. Yep, French oak, 6 years. On the palate, complex, more complex. Now, we have to wrap our heads around cognac as a category, as a brandy. Cognac as a category it's a blended spirit. A multitude of eau de vies from different ages get blended in to create the majority of cognacs. There's single crus out there, which are very rare and hard to come by, to be honest with you, Borderie XOs and stuff like that. And it's very rare you'll ever get a single cask that has so much complexity. That's why they blend it. Borderie has a certain flavor profile. Fin de Bois has a certain flavor profile. Champagne, Petit, and Grand both have a flavor profile. And that's why they blend to get this sort of thing. This, though, my God, it's not over-extracted. I think it's reductive a little bit because of that heat. The heat and the chill, like that up and down, up and down, up and down. It's complex, sweet and spicy, but everything just melds so wonderfully together. I have to pour myself some more because it's number 100. So Spirit of Day number 100, we're going to pour some out. Oh, I honestly think this is one of the best brandies, bang for your buck, in North America. I would sip it. I'm going to really savor this bottle for 100%. I'm going to savor this bottle for a long time. Go on the website at Maple Leaf and get yourself a bottle. Trust me, it is worth it. It's one of my favorite BC Spirits. Not just a category, not just the brand. The actual bottle is one of my favorite bottles of BC Spirits. Completely in the province. Wild Spirits Bartending, how are you? I rarely do a second taste because I usually just get it done. Trey, a bottle I think sits around about $75. So it's up there. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not your in your cognac page, but for a special bottle, $75 is not unreasonable. Salt Spring Island Apparel, how are you? But honestly, for number 100, I really thought this was I going to do a whiskey? Was I going to do something that I've done before? But I haven't done this as Spirit of Day. So Spirit of Day, number 100, for everybody watching, is the Lady of the Cask from Maple Leaf Spirits. One of my favorite all-time BC Spirits. I don't think I could have found something better for my number 100. I think it's a lot of distillers' favorite too. I think a lot of distillers in the province really love this one. Let's me wrap this up, this live stream. Couple of things. Go listen to the podcast today with Tyler Schramm from Pemberton. Really great. I used potato culture in a sentence, and I never thought I would. We really delve into Pemberton potatoes, and if you don't know about Pemberton potatoes, this podcast is going to tell you about it, why he went organic, why he used potatoes, his love for weird and odd stuff, doubling down on being insane. Second thing, go to the YouTube channel, BC Spirits on YouTube, subscribe and comment to videos. Every week for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be giving away some swag. So go to YouTube, subscribe and comment, and you'll go into the running for some BC Spirit swag. So I hope you enjoyed the live stream for number 100. I had a blast. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll chat to you real soon. Bye.